In this video I'm going to just discuss something that is of absolutely vital importance if you are trying to run a business, or if you want to run a business or start your own business. And it's something that I've observed with some leading people in the racing industry and in the GAA. The individuals in question are Aidan O'Brien, the racehorse trainer, Willie Mullins, the racehorse trainer, and the former Dublin GAA football manager, Gavin. All of these men have one thing in common. I watch a lot of racing on TV. I watch the flat, Aidan O'Brien, and I watch Willie Mullins during the national hunt season. And obviously I watch, well, not obviously, but I watch all the GAA matches because I'm a GAA man and have been for over 50 years. So I watch these sports, I watch these activities, and I see how the various managers manage and what they do, and how they approach particular events, and how they react after particular events, and how indeed they react at the event. Cody would be another good example. I mean, Cody there at the weekend when Kilkenny beat Clare in the All-Ireland semi-final, Cody was asked about having a settled team. And he said, it's not about a settled team. He said, I don't really care about a settled team. He said, I want an active, happy panel. It's all about the panel. It's all about the collective. It's all about the team. But the lesson that you can glean from Aidan O'Brien after every big success in Epsom or in Sandown or in Goodwood or in the Curragh or wherever else, afterwards when he's interviewed, he'll say, we really like this horse. Jamie rides him out every day. Mary looks after him and mucks out. Billy leads him up. Mary and Susan travelled with him, etc., etc. They all love the horse, etc. The point is, Aidan O'Brien will name check everybody who has had any part whatsoever in the success of the horse, because O'Brien recognises the value of the employee, recognises the value and contribution of his staff. And you watch, and I challenge you to watch racing and watch Aidan O'Brien after every big success, and he will literally name check everybody who has anything to do with the horse. Everybody who rides the horse out, mucks out, leads him up, travels with him, rides him on the course, etc., etc. It's all about the individuals concerned and about how they contribute to the team, and O'Brien always recognises their contribution. Willie Mullins, it's the same story. Mullins will always reference the head lad, or the lad leading him up, or the girl that rides him out, or the girl who looks after him, or the person who rides the horse in work and looks after him, or maybe brings him back and attends to the horse after an injury and so on. Again, it's all about the people involved, because every successful organisation, every successful team is only as strong as its weakest link. And its weakest link, if staff are unhappy, or if there's a group of staff, even a small group, they can create a lot of difficulty. So these guys, Willie Mullins, Aidan O'Brien, recognise the value of the team, recognise the value of the collective. And speaking of the collective, Gavin, a few years ago, Gavin gave an interview to the Irish Times, and I read it very, very carefully. But the guy in the Irish Times, I think it was Keith Duggan, made the point that Gavin does not do one-on-one interviews. And Keith Duggan was fascinated or interested as to why, on this occasion, Gavin decided and agreed to do the interview for the Irish Times. The reason for it was because he was actually promoting the Bray Air Show. In other words, Gavin is a pilot, and I think he was the chief executive of the Irish Aviation Authority, or some aviation body, but I think he was the main man, the chief executive of the Irish Aviation Authority, having worked his way up from being, I think, a cadet in the army, a pilot and so forth. But Keith Duggan, at the beginning of the interview, asked him, just out of curiosity, he said, Jim, why you don't give interviews, you don't give one-on-ones. This is the first one I've ever seen you doing. I'm delighted you're doing it, but why are you doing this one? And he said to promote the a Bray air show. And when he asked him then, why don't you do others? Jim Gavin said, it's not about me, it's about the team. So again, a very, very good illustration of a top manager, a top man manager, a person manager. Jim Gavin, Aidan O'Brien, Willie Mullins, Cody, take a leaf from their book in relation to the value that you're going to place on your human capital, your human resources, your people. The people in your organisation, in this little organisation here, or in any big organisation, will make or break the organisation. If you're going to run a business, if you're going to start a business, make sure that you look after your people well. And if you don't, or don't have the skills to do so, then you really should consider getting some professional help with that, because the people in any organisation, whether it's Centra or Super Value or Nomad across the road there or this place, the people making the calls, returning calls, responding to emails, doing this simple, important, valuable work day after day with consistency, with commitment, with passion, they will make or break your business, and they will determine the success of your business. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I would appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below, and you may be interested in subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks a lot.